Hello, welcome to my video, Trona Demystified. My name is Wangenheim. I'm a photographer and visual artist in the area. I serve Kern, San Bernardino, and L.A. counties. Right here you're seeing about 15 minutes away from Trona, about 15 minutes away from Ridgecrest, California. Ridgecrest, California is a small to medium-sized city near Trona. That's where I do most of my work and where I get groceries and stuff like that. And we're going to dive into Trona here. But I want to show these videos so that you can see what it's like driving into Trona, because I think that's one of the beautiful parts of Trona. So this is Poison Well Canyon. About 15 minutes from Ridgecrest, you get this open and flat desert, but then you enter this canyon, and well, there you see it. It's a canyon. There's mountains on both sides. It has very interesting features. I should say I've lived in Trona, California for a little bit over a year, specifically Pioneer Point, as we'll discuss in the video. So going through that canyon, then you're going to see these fish rocks. I think this is an interesting feature. It's nice to see these coming into town. It's something interesting. I created this video because I think there's a serious lack of information about the Searles Valley area. So driving into Trona again, you're going to pass the Trona Pinnacles. You can see them off in the distance there. They're tall, spiral-like rock formations. There's the entrance there. I do recommend having some four-wheel drive or larger wheel vehicle. There's also some unique rock formations driving into town. And here's the valley, hence Searles Valley. It's a lovely view driving down in here, especially at night when the Searles Valley mineral factory is all lit up. There's the sign, Searles Valley. So a lot of people call this area Trona, but actually it's broadly Searles Valley, and Searles Valley has sections to it. First, as you'll see in the video, we're going to drive to West End. This is West End here, and that's Trona. That's a mineral. If you didn't know, Trona is a chemical that's created, made, mined. I don't know the details on it, but it was a town formed around this operation down here. So that's West End. Then you go further in, it's Argus, Trona, and then there's Pioneer Point. So this is all encompasses Searles Valley, but there's 4 different areas, and each area is very distinct and unique. But people who are not well informed just call this whole area Trona. Anyways, driving into town a little bit more, past this West End facility, this is all lit up at night like a Christmas tree. So imagine coming into town every night with all these pretty lights. I love it. This is the West End community. It's a very small community of homes. As you can see, the homes all are in pretty good condition down here in West End. There's some palm trees, and it's like a desert community. Yes, everybody has running water, flushing toilets, electricity, internet, everything you could expect in a home. You can find it down here in West End, Trona, Argus, Pioneer Point. There's even a San Bernardino flood control area. It does rain a few times a year. When it does, there is some flooding. Could cause mudslides and stuff. Nothing too extreme or serious, but it is part of San Bernardino County, which is the largest county in the United States. If you didn't know that, the biggest county in the United States by landmass. You'll see a lot of trains in this area. There's a lot of churches in this area. There's a factory in the distance. There's the Trona Mobile Home Park. I don't know if it's actually open, but it has that lovely row of trees. And then driving into here, you'll see Argus. Now Argus, you can see more property damage in this area. There was a large earthquake in 2019 which caused a tremendous amount of damage. A lot of things were shut down. So here's the remnants of that. And things are always changing in the area, just like any place. Some rundown buildings. Kind of a beat up appearance. But if you're anything like me, you kind of enjoy these rundown relics. There's another view of the factory from Argus. And here's a unique feature. This is the waste area for Trona. So Trona, Pioneer Point does have waste management. But if you want to take your trash here, you can. And it's absolutely free. I do it. I just put all my trash in trash bags. And then I just drop it off there. 100% free, no fee for trash. There is a few museums here. I haven't been to this museum. I'm pretty sure you have to call ahead. They're not really open to the public. Here is a Esparza's Mexican-American restaurant. Really good restaurant. Eaten there a few times. It's great. Some more train scenery. Driving into Trona. This is Trona, by the way. Passing those railroad tracks. You can see more of the factory. It's always like a chimney blowing smoke from the factory. There's SBC Wireless, an internet provider. Frontier also has internet. Gas station, the quick serve. Here's the TIS market. So both those gas stations have markets. This is Trona Industrial Supply. They also have, both those gas stations have little restaurants. That is the Trona Elks Lodge passing there. They have a bar and they also serve food. That is the San Bernardino Trona Branch Library. Here's another view of the factory. So far, just past 3 places that serve food. Here's an inside look of the library. Totally modern. Everything you expect in a library. Free internet, computers, always hosting events. Senior Center, they do produce giveaways, commodity giveaways. Great resource for the community. Here's the health center. And yes, there is a sheriff in town. So don't think of starting any trouble down here because the sheriff will come to pay you a visit. There's a Searles Valley Historical Archive Center where you can look at like documents and magazines from the area. It's open, I believe, like 1 time a month. There's a post office down here. It's a small post office, but it's fully operational and working. Here's a museum. I've never been here. You definitely want to call ahead and make an appointment to come in here. With the museums, I've had difficulty finding them open, but try and make an appointment. There's a Trona Clinic here, a water company right next to it. The Trona Clinic is only open 1 day out of the week, so if you do have a medical emergency, the EMTs are going to have to help you or take you into Ridgecrest. That is a rest stop right there with restrooms. Beautiful mountain views. Okay, that is the Gem and Mineral Society. I don't think they're doing very much. There's like a railway museum. I've never been there as well. Here's a community center. They do yard sales here every once in a while. There's a thrift store in town, open 2 days a week. It's a nice little thrift store. Here's a Catholic church. I think the building is particularly unique. Here's the Trona High School. This front part of the high school is damaged, so I don't think they do any classes or anything in this building, but it has a very unique architecture. There is a school that is behind it, where all the classes are being held, but they still use this gym for high school sports events that anybody can go to with a small fee. Yes, there's a fire station. Here's passing the fire station that serves the community. Everybody pays taxes to have this fire station operational in the area. Here's some apartment buildings in Trona. This is right near the school and the fire station. Here is the Trona Cemetery. There's a cemetery in town. Here is the Trona Pool. This is open in the summer. It does have a lot of availability to go to the pool in the summer when it's hot. It's a really nice pool. They have lifeguards there, and you can get like life vests and stuff if you have children. Here's a drive through the Trona community. As you can see, there's a lot more wear on these buildings than in West End. It's similar to Argus. Some buildings are like abandoned right here. There's actually a lot of the buildings that are abandoned or like broken down, but there are other buildings like, as you see here, that are perfectly fine and people are living in them. The way I see it is these buildings and things aren't perfect, but no place is perfect. Every place has its problems. This living here is not for everybody, but it is for some people. I live in Pioneer Point. We'll see what that neighborhood is like very briefly. This is just my perspective and view on things, so you're completely entitled to disagree with me. Here is the Trails Drive-In, a restaurant. Here's the Pioneer Point Market. So far that's like 3 different markets in the area. They all serve like food and snacks and drinks. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than going into town, into Ridgecrest, and getting it at a grocery store. Here's a drive-through Pioneer Point. I think the buildings are probably in the best condition in this area. Beautiful mountain area back here. And that's it. So that concludes the Searles Valley drive-through video right there. I hope you can see there's a lot of different things in the area to do. It's not just like a ghost town with no water like many people think. There's a lot of things working and active, and it is a small community. Thanks again for watching the video. My name is Brian Wangenheim, photographer and visual artist.